Well, live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 125. This is Joy News Prime with me, Samuel Kojo Brace. Coming up, confirmed as MPP National Council unanimously approved Energy Minister Manhyia Opoku Prempeh as running mate to Dr. Bawumia.
Brings to us a bold, confident, hard-working, result-driven, decisive, grassroots mobilizer, charismatic, patriotic, and demonstrable, incorruptible person.
But how will the party defend the character of Dr. Manhyia Opoku Prempeh in the attempt to win the 2024 elections? We have that for you here. Also in Parliament tonight, Speaker declares the IGP leaked tape committee has not completed its job, asking it to go back and do its work.
Direct that we suspend further consideration of this matter and we refer the matter to the committee.
Of heated exchanges between chairman of the committee, Samuel Atachia, and his deputy, James Agalga, where the chairman says the NDC MPs blocked every evidence from coming to the committee.
It was not just all the members who said so. 3 of them said so, that the issue of investigating the extrajudicial killing is inconsequential to them.
We'll also take you to the United Kingdom for a brief report on what is happening there in regard to the election, which is, taking place there. But at 8 p.m. Well, election headquarters is brought to you by Petrosolio Clean Fuel in full quantity. The Chartered Institute of Management Accountant, AICPA, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountant. Also by the German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, and Youth Bridge Foundation. Election headquarters for an informed electorate. And today, after months of speculation and jostling among the MPP's rank and file, the party has finally approved and announced Energy Minister Dr. Manhyia Opoku Prempeh as the running mate to Dr. Bawumia. After separate meetings between members of the National Executive Committee and the National Council, they have approved NAPO's candidature. Listen to the General Secretary of the party, Assin Central, address a news conference shortly after the meeting.
Scores of party supporters thronging the premises of Alisa Hotel to support Dr. Opoku Prempeh's nomination.
The official approval of Dr. Opoku Prempeh as running mate to Dr. Bawumia is the final stage of the reorganization process of the governing NPP ahead of the much anticipated 2024 general election. Initially, the news of his nomination sparked mixed reactions as some believed he was not cut for the position and casting doubts the party's top hierarchy will approve him. Trade and Industry Minister Katie Hammond, before the meeting of the National Council, was optimistic the choice of Dr. Opoku Prempeh was the best.
What do we do after the launching of him, after he's been presented, and we have our team to contest for the next election and to show the NDC who they really are and the fact that they should go back and sit in opposition for the next generation? That's an entirely different matter.
Breaking the age is assured.
If you ask me what this is about, what it's about is what I've told you.
Breaking the age is assured.
Breaking the age, watch the space.
Right. How should you watch the space?
Watch the space.
The candidacy of Dr. Opoku Prempeh drew support from traders from Kumasi and Accra who came to support his bid. Some of them said Dr. Opoku Prempeh has running mate as a NPP.
Alfred Central region and Yabeduha. It's a senior message. Omra vice by Yababa share. Say, yes, yeah, then I'm saying, I know, near and Baba Bobera, and it's in your bag. I Papa Bawumia, and I won't so be in the vice. It's in the energy, I don't have a bottom. I ain't Baha, it's if you are Lawrence Park, and nearby.
After both the National Executive Committee and National Council meetings, it was a unanimous decision for the approval of Dr. Opoku Prempeh as the running mate. General Secretary of the NPP, Assin Central, touted his credentials and indicated the NDC's running mate was no match to Napo.
What Dr. Opoku Prempeh brings to the NPP presidential ticket, I would say, it brings to us a bold, confident, hard-working, result-driven, decisive, grassroots mobilizer, charismatic, patriotic, and demonstrable, incorruptible person. That simplifies who Dr. Opoku Prempeh is. In fact, he's a leader with a clear track record of achievement, and he shares Dr. Bawumia's vision of bold solutions for our country that are responsive to the needs, opportunities, and challenges of the 21st century. In this respect, he complements our flag bearer in many significant ways, and the two enjoy a warm personal relationship anchored in deep mutual respect. More importantly, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Opoku Prempeh has a great working relationship with our presidential candidate, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. The synergy between these two great leaders on our presidential ticket, coupled with their proven track record and transformational campaign message, will help the new Patriotic Party to secure a resounding third conservative electoral victory on December 7, 2024. Inshallah, by the grace of God, it is possible and we will achieve it.
The MPP is expected to officially outdoor Dr. Opoku Prempeh as running mate next week in the Ashanti region. Samuel Mbura, Joy News.
Just before they go to the Ashanti region, in an atmosphere filled with excitement, Manhyia South constituents erupted into celebrations upon confirmation of Dr. Opoku Prempeh as the new Patriotic Party's running mate for the 2024 presidential elections. Throughout his constituency, motorists honed while party members chanted slogans hailing the nomination. Vibrant processions took place across the constituency, symbolizing unity among party faithful who enthusiastically embraced his selection alongside the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Bawumia. Nana Boachi Yadom has more in the following report.
And the excitement is from the Manhyia South constituency office. This is the office of the running mate for the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Opoku Prempeh. The executives are jubilating with the constituents of Manhyia South constituency right after the General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party, Assin Central, confirmed that NEC has accepted Dr. Opoku Prempeh as the running mate for Dr. Bawumia going into the December presidential election.
So as you can see, the whole country is happy, Ashanti is happy, and as a youth organizer for a neighboring constituency that's Manhyia North, we are very happy, and it's going to help us making the breaking the age very simple. That is why we are all happy. The market women are happy, the young ones are happy, because Dr. brings extraordinary performance on board. So no wonder Dr. Bawumia selected him, and you can see he's happy.
Well, I am very, very, very happy about this particular announcement. We, the Manhyia South constituency, have been expectant of this particular information or this news. Yes, we have been from one stage to another as far as the appointment of Dr. Opoku Prempeh becoming the running mate of Dr. Bawumia is concerned. It has been a series of engagement from day one to today. And now, the National Executive Council, the National Executive have confirmed Dr. Opoku Prempeh as the running mate to Dr. Bawumia. We are very happy, as you can see, that everyone is in jubilation. And I think we are going to rally behind Dr. Opoku Prempeh to support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in breaking the 8.
Now, what is ahead of the Manhyia South constituency right now that your member of parliament is moving to a higher position? Now, from member of parliament, energy minister to vice president, potential vice president.
When this question is asked, I have some mixed feelings, because you've been with your father, and your father is elevated in a political office to another higher office. Then it means that at least there will be a vacuum. There's going to be a vacuum within the constituency. He's left a very big shoe, a very big hole that we need to fill.
So now Dr. Opoku Prempeh has been confirmed as the NPP's running mate for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia going into the December 7th presidential election. The perfect pair for Ghana, they say. But what is ahead of the NPP and what is ahead of the Manhyia South constituency? That the NPP will decide. For Joy News, my name is Nana Boachidankwe Yado, Kumasi.
Meanwhile, the man of the moment, Manhyia Opoku Prempeh, in a statement issued a while ago, has described his nomination to partner Dr. Bawumia for the December election as part of God's plan for his life. Joining with details of that statement is Joy News editor, Mfa Apo. Mfa, what are the highlights of this statement?
I must say it's a 7-paragraph statement, and like you say, he says it's part of God's plan. But it starts with mentioning that it is privilege and a duty bound to extend his full support to Dr. Bawumia as they work together to realize his visionary agenda of propelling Ghana to greater heights. Then the part you've been talking about, which is this view that this nomination is part of God's plan for his life, and that he's grateful for his guidance in directing his path. So he gives most of the glory to God in the 2nd paragraph of that statement. And going on to the 3rd paragraph, he mentions that the National Council, the rank and file of the party, and the esteemed President Opoku, for their unwavering support. So he's thanking them also for their unwavering support and the faith in him. He thanks the president particularly again for the opportunity granted him to serve in 2 respected cabinet positions, of course, in the capacity as education minister and then currently as energy minister, and that he's forever grateful, and equally he's grateful to his colleague ministers of state or parliament for the confidence reposed in him, and that it has prepared him for a day like this, and he feels ready to make everyone who believes in him proud and win over the doubters, he says. At least he mentions that there are some doubters in there. And also he says he understands the task ahead requires that they will get a collective effort, and he therefore pleads with every party member to come on board as they seek the mandate of countrymen and women once again to serve them. And it concludes by saying that he assumes the role of running mate alongside his esteemed boss, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and he is committed to supporting him to prosecute a formidable 2024 campaign to break the 8-year election cycle and serve Ghana, his beloved country. He puts it diligently, and that we should work together towards a brighter future for Ghana. And he concludes by saying that his philosophies, I mean, you have to quote him, he says, "My philosophies remains service and leadership. May God bless our homeland Ghana." And it's signed by Dr. Opoku Prempeh. And it's signed running mate to the NPP presidential candidate. And that's how he signs out.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So that's, MFA there with a statement from the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Manhyia Opoku Prempeh. But let's bring in Dr. Machibuate. He is a political scientist with the Political Science Department of KNUST. Doc, I'm grateful to you for joining us now. Now, I mean, you've had there, Napo, bringing out a statement and calling on people to come on board and help them do this. What do you make of, his nomination, his statement there, and what he brings on board as a person?
Thanks for the opportunity, and let me say good evening to your viewers. His nomination has actually, come as a result of what I would call a marathon race, a very tight competition, and until recently it was very difficult to tell who was going to come out as the real choice. And as it is, I mean, there was a need for the party to come out with just one person. It settled on him. You want to congratulate him and simply, wish him well. You want to ask the question as to whether the MPP, has done enough to break that cycle. You also want to find out the issue as to whether,
what they are looking for is that someone who can deliver for them, probably the Ashanti region, which is their biggest stronghold, and then also commanding some vote from other places to complement the vote that the flag bearer will bring in. Is he the man to do this, to deliver the Ashanti region for the MPP?
The Ashanti region has always supported the party until recently when, they had to come out openly to, declare their displeasure about the lack of infrastructure development projects in the region. So you could see that even as we speak, some of the projects are ongoing, working very hard, feverishly to address this. A major challenge remains with Kumasi markets. The market men and women are up in arms, stayed at home beyond what was promised, and definitely now they are not pleased. They have come out openly to, suggest that they will not support the party. And so the issue as to whether, the person of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh can turn things around is the main issue. You want to maybe bet on that as far as the core party base is concerned. But what about those who have been sympathizers of the party and who, if you like, have personally experienced some of these challenges resulting basically from the economy to this market thing specifically, 3, unemployment, and in the whole country it affects people.
So Doc, are you saying that he cannot use his personality to ensure that all of these things are glossed over and for the party to gain maximum vote in the region, for him to deliver the vote for them? He cannot do that.
You want to be very realistic and come to terms with the fact that people are rational. And after staying with the party for a long time, they have come to believe that there is a sense that to some extent the party takes the region for granted. There is a sense that to some extent the party takes the region for granted. For the first time, people have come out openly, to throw this challenge and to let the party know that they are not pleased with certain things. Okay. The party also has got this challenge coming from Mr. Alan Chamatin on his hand.
Okay.
Is the very presence of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh going to sway things around, going to simply bring in everybody from that camp? These are all issues that we simply remain to see.
Okay. All right. I'm grateful to you, Doc, for joining us here. Dr. Matthew. Dr. Mach is a lecturer at the Political Science Department of KNUST. Now, away from that, desist from making any further appointment to the Supreme Court. That's the NDC's caution to President Akufo-Addo as the party accuses him and the Chief Justice of a grand conspiracy to pack the Supreme Court with judges sympathetic to the MPP. At a news conference addressed by the party's General Secretary Fifi Kwete, the NDC also admonished the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu to retract what it says is the unconstitutional request for more judges to be appointed. The Chief Justice, sometime in May, recommended 5 judges to the Apex Court. Among those recommended is Justice Efiasewa Asariboche, the current judge presiding over Minority Leader Ato Forson's ambulance procurement trial. There's more in this report.
President Akufo-Addo immediately stopped any plans to appoint additional judges to the Supreme Court. This reckless is not just a political maneuver. It is an outrageous assault on our democracy and a betrayal of public trust. 2, adherence to constitutional processes. We demand that any future appointment to the Supreme Court must strictly follow the constitutional process, including consultation with the Judicial Council. This blatant disregard for established procedures is not only unconstitutional, but also morally reprehensible. It is a slap in the face to every Ghanaian who believes in the rule of law and the sanctity of our democratic institutions. 3, transparency and accountability. We call for the full disclosure of the criteria and process used for the selection of these judges. This is essential to ensure transparency and accountability. The clandestine and backdoor dealings to appoint loyalists represent a disgrace. This hidden agenda fuels public distrust and fosters a culture of corruption and undermines the integrity of our judiciary. Immediate reversal of the unconstitutional appointment request. We demand that the Chief Justice retract the unconstitutional request to appoint additional judges and ensure future actions strictly align with legal and ethical standards. This brazen overreach into the judicial realm is unforgivable. It is time to reverse these illegal actions and restore faith in our judicial system. 6, public and civil society engagement. The government must engage with civil society, legal professionals, and the public to discuss and review the process of judicial appointment, to restore trust and ensure fairness. The voice of the people must be heard. The current administration's attempts to silence dissent and operate in the shadows represent a direct threat to our democratic principles. 7, ensuring merit-based appointment. Future judicial appointment must be based on merit, experience, and integrity, rather than political affiliations or loyalties. This is not just about filling seats. It is about ensuring justice for all Ghanaians. The NPP's nepotism and cronyism are...
Well, tonight, a parliamentary report into a leaked tape alleging a plot to remove the IGP has been shelved by the House for now. It follows a determination by the Speaker that the committee had not concluded its work after fierce disagreement between chairman of the committee and the vice chairman over the content of the report. The chairman, Samuel Atachia, explained the committee could not have completed its report without going into the allegations of extrajudicial killings made against the IGP, Dr. George Akufo-Dampare. First, listen to the vice chairman of the committee, James Agalga, presenting the report of the committee, which the chairman refused to sign. James Agalga urged the House to adopt the report and recommend that the police officers involved are disciplined by the Police Council and the President.
The committee is of the view that Superintendent Tesari and Superintendent Jebi appeared to have acted in contempt of Parliament, pursuant to Order 30 of the Standing Orders of Parliament 2000, as revised by Order 31F of the Standing Orders of Parliament 2004, which states that, quote, any of the following acts of conduct constitute contempt of Parliament or breach of parliamentary privilege. F, submission of false, perverted, misleading, distorted, fabricated, or scandalous statements in Parliament or before a committee of Parliament, unquote. In this regard, the committee is of the opinion that the matter be referred to the Privileges Committee for appropriate action. Our recommendations are as follows, Right Honorable Speaker. That the House communicate its findings to His Excellency the President, pursuant to Section 19 of the Police Service Act 1970, Act 350, which vests disciplinary powers in the President to determine the appropriate action in relation to the conduct of Commissioner of Police Mensah, Superintendent Tesari, and Superintendent Jebi, who appear to have breached Section 17B of the Police Service.
Well, another member of the committee, Peter Lanchene-Tobo, himself a former senior police officer, spoke directly to the allegations of extrajudicial killings against the IGP and said they were unproven.
In camera, what was highlighted was a matter of extrajudicial killings by Superintendent Asari. And he said all the extrajudicial killing that he mentioned, whether it was a killing on the Aflawo Road, whether it was a killing in Bole Bamboy, whether it was a killing at Botiama, whether it was killing of Nigerians at the police headquarters, we invited him to prove, in other words, support the committee. And he said he didn't have any witness. In other words, he didn't have anybody to support him, apart from one person that he mentioned the name, one ASP Jalil. Mr. Speaker, as we're getting excited to invite Jalil to the committee, Jalil wrote a letter to the committee, and if you permit me, I'll read. Request to invite witnesses to testify. Please accept my warm compliment. On Saturday, the 23rd day of September 2023, there was a letter with the above heading circulating on various police and social media platforms. Paragraph 2 of the said letter stated to the effect that I would be called as witness of Superintendent George Asari, who alleged that there were some extrajudicial killings by the Inspector General of Police.
Well, let me take you to Parliament now for more. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins with details. Kweku, Samuel Atachia appeared visibly furious as he made his point. Why did he say the committee had failed to do a good job?
All right. Well, Brace, your namesake did say that the committee had specific tasks to complete. And the claim of extrajudicial killings had become such a strong part of the investigation they should have conducted. He does not believe that the committee would have done a good job if they finished a report and present same to the House without investigating the allegation that there have been extrajudicial killings. You heard there Peter Lanchini Togu said that allegations were not proven. He says that allegation could not have been proven or otherwise without inviting the supposed ASP Jalil to come to the committee. Listen to Samuel Atachia on the floor, possibly make the point as to why he believes the committee that he himself chaired did not make a good job, for which reason he did not sign the committee's report.
Extrajudicial killings were not on the tape. And at one level, I'll go into those matters. That is why they reported on it, because extrajudicial killings were strong on the tape. No one, about 3 of them. And that is why we took the quality decision that by reason of national security implications, let's have in-camera hearing regarding the extrajudicial killings. So the extrajudicial killing is not my invention. They were on the tape. And according to the mandate you gave us, and let me read it, ascertain the veracity or otherwise of the leaked tape. Yes? Yes. And then also investigate any other matter contained in the audio recording. And in the audio recording were 3 levels of extrajudicial killings. One of them is the one at the mango tree. Now, my problem is this. If this honorable, if this distinguished speaker should invite us to go into matters on the tape, and on the tape are issues of extrajudicial killing, and somebody writes to you that somebody writes to the committee that I want to come and testify on the matter, even if you said it is hearsay at the level of Asari. It was testified, and the lawyer of Asari also confirmed that Jelly, who is supposed to be the witness, the eyewitness, and said he took photographs of those who were killed before they were shot. And the rest of it is alive.
Well, Kweku, how did the speaker rule on this disagreement?
Well, the speaker did come to the conclusion that because the committee chairman himself and his vice were disagreeing, he really believed that the committee had not concluded its work. There are still questions that the committee needs to answer. The Speaker of Parliament says this committee should go back and do its work. Listen to the Speaker make this directive on the floor.
It's very clear that the committee has not completed the job. And so I will direct that we suspend further consideration of this matter and will refer the matter to the committee, and I will call on the committee to meet me so that we can present a better report that will enable the House to take a decision. The counter accusations, allegations, and all those things has actually not created an atmosphere that the House could take a decision that will get the buy-in of the people represent.
Well, the Speaker also issued a gag order against all MPs from ever speaking on this matter in public.
The Speaker says the matters that are being discussed have serious national security implications as well as foreign relation implications. His warning is that members of Parliament should not be seen or heard talking about this report or any of these issues regarding the alleged plot to remove the IGP. He says if any MP should contravene this directive of his, he will issue the highest form of sanction that the laws allows him to exact on these MPs.
No member of Parliament should be heard or seen commenting on this matter outside the floor of this House. If my attention is drawn to it, I will exact through the due process of law the highest sanction that can be visited on a member of Parliament in connection with this matter. The laws are there. The Parliament Act is there. The Constitution is there. And so you can go through them and see what I mean by this. With this, we'll proceed to other items.
So that is a speaker there. Let's bring in lawyer Alfred Papadakwa. He is a legal representative of Superintendent Cephas. I mean, one of the people in this particular matter for their reaction. Now, you have heard there the Speaker of Parliament say that the committee should go back and do its work. What's your reaction to this? Kindly unmute so we can hear what you're telling us, Papa.
Yeah, Kojo.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. My point is that it is clear that the work of the committee did not produce the desired results that Parliament was expecting. It's a half-baked job. We kept on saying that we were present throughout the committee sittings, especially the in-camera sittings. A lot of things transpired there because of the sensitivity of the issues that were discussed in-camera. We were hoping that the committee would have done a lot of job, but unfortunately, you realize that everything was rushed and taken into the plenary. You would also realize that from the onset, we kept on making the point that the job of the committee is an inquisitorial one, supposed to inquire. So there should be painstaking investigations that would lead to the desired results. But when witnesses are presented, evidence were presented, but the committee picks and chooses which one they would want to use, it becomes a problem. And clearly the Speaker's directive supports the view that, look, you should take your time. Let's go into the matters that were discussed. And based on that, the plenary can have an informed decision as to what to do.
All right. So you support what the Speaker has, the directive the Speaker has given. What your expectations will be of the work the committee will do from today onwards?
Yes, I would have wished that the Parliament would have allowed the Honourable Atachia to have gone through probably, I think he just made the first point with regard to the extrajudicial killings. I'm sure there are other issues, other concerns that we had raised, which probably would have also been presented, because it shouldn't be that they will go and they will work on this project. Then the next time that is presented to the committee, another issue is raised, then they'll have to go back and also resolve it. There's the need for a holistic review of the committee's work so that all the issues that were left undone would be treated by the committee.
I'm grateful to you. Lawyer Alfred Papadakwa is a lawyer for Superintendent Cephas Asari. This is still the Joy News Prime. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with more. Please do stay. break. Now, let's take you to the UK because millions are casting their vote in their general election with polling stations open until 22 hours BST. This is the first general elections requiring photo ID for in-person voting and the first July election since 1945. Let's take you live to London now, where the BBC's Daniel Daze is joining us with more. Danny, what can you tell us about this particular process so far?
Grace, it's been a very quiet day. So if you follow UK elections, you know that the actual voting day is a very quiet one. It's quite uneventful. And everyone is waiting for, like you mentioned, 2200 hours BST, which is 2100 hours GMT. And that's Greenwich Mean Time, that's Ghana time. And so we are waiting to see the first exit polls come out. How the exit polling system works is that when the voters go inside the polling station and cast their ballot, they come out, they meet pollsters who give them another ballot and ask them to do it again. And they're given the permission to cast a secret ballot, and that's what they give the pollsters, and the pollsters count them at the end of the day. So by 9:55 p.m. UK time, we begin getting those exit polling numbers. Those are the numbers that will give an indication whether or not that 18-month projection that has been standing that the Labour Party would win by a landslide will indeed hold true.
Wow. How crucial is this election to the future of the country?
Extremely crucial. I mean, in the first place, the fact that Labour has been projected to win is a big deal. And to give you a bit of context, since the Labour Party was formed in 1922, they've only had 6 prime ministers for the UK. Out of those 6 prime ministers, only 3 of them have won general elections. And out of those 3, only Tony Blair serves 2 full terms in office. So whenever the Labour Party wins a general election, as they are predicted to do now, it's a big deal. The second case is that since 1832, when the Whig Party had a majority of 226 seats, no political party has had the majority that the Labour Party is being projected to hold by the end of tomorrow. And that alone is a huge deal. Now, you come to the nitty-gritties of the issues that people are voting on, and you realize that here in the UK, the economy has been a big talking point. The cost of living crisis that the United Kingdom citizens have been going through has also been a big talking point. Then you look at the UK standing in the rest of the world. It stands on immigration. There are political watchers who, of course, argue that if you look at the policy positions between Labour and Conservative, not much may change immediately, but it's certainly a crucial moment.
Okay, grateful to you. Daniel Daze there from the BBC with that latest on the election in the UK. Now, Tepa SHS is making a return to the national championship of the National Science and Maths Quiz after their 4-year absence. And after their 2019 semi-final feat, the school hit rock bottom in the succeeding years, suffering a consecutive defeat in qualifying to the nationals. Emmanuel Bright Kweku reports from Kumasi.
This is the excitement from the students of Tepa SHS for qualifying to the national stage. It's been almost some 4 years since they qualified, and now they are back. As they rightly mentioned in their anthem, they are returning, and they are returning onto victory. And this time on, they are pressing on harder to make name for their school. Let me find out from you. How do you feel? I can see you are jumping. I
feel ecstatic and exhilarated. I can't describe it. I don't know the kind of impressions. I'm happy. It's been 5 years. 5 years since we got to the semi-finals. We'll not be able to qualify. And today, by God's grace, yes, we are coming. Listen to me. Listen to me. We are coming with the vigor and the momentum, the velocity to come and conquer everything.
Wait, relax. I say, I can't cheat. Yeah, Jinahi, Yabremubi. The whole Tepa senior school, no size. Hit Baba. Oh, Pierre Timiyawe. PC Mokobili. We are waiting for you here.
Our contestants are holding AI memory and knowledge. Yes. So tell them that we are coming with full of them. Are you sure you can beat PC and the likes?
Oh, we can beat them. We can beat them. Oh. See. The message is short, very short. The message is Obinima.
If someone doesn't know, someone teaches him more. Hey. So the simple thing is that if they can also beat us, we can also beat them the same. So they are the same human beings as like. So no problem with that.
Everything, if you do and start with God, it ends with God. You've been praying tirelessly midnight. You've been praying. And God told us one day that you people, there's a prophecy over you. And that prophecy is you're not going to fail. And indeed, we prove it over there.
Oh my God!
That we are not going to fail.
Tell the others that we are coming. We are coming.
If you are coming, we have the likes of OWAS, KNUST, SHS, and even Prempeh.
Our target, we are coming to beat them vigorously. We are coming to beat them, especially PC. We need them. OWAS, high school. They should wait for us. I am God second for you.
We are taking them.
We have advance. We have 4 PK. So we are taking them one after the other. Our target is that we have to take them one after the other. All right, so welcome back. Let's do showbiz now. Becky Bex is here with all the gist. Hi, Becky, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Let's talk about Spotlight today because we couldn't bring you Spotlight yesterday. We're talking about the Team Move Band. It's a 7-member group. They're dedicated to promoting the High Life genre. I caught up with them, and they've been telling me all about how they began and where they are and where they're going with their craft.
Team Move Band. Bawumia South.
Meet the Team Move Band. A 7-member group dedicated to promoting the high life genre.
Team Move Band is a body for Kofi Kinata. It's a band for Kofi Kinata. We have a vision, and our vision is to bring back high life music in another level, in another way.
With over 5 years of experience, they've been mesmerizing audiences with their energetic performances.
It's been a long journey though.
All these people together, we see Takrady Pozo leading you and all of that. How did it happen?
It's a network. It's a kind of network. Team Move is a very big family. It's a very huge family. It's worldwide, and I would say it's been a long journey. It's a long story though, and it's been years. We've been together for years, and I would say time might not permit me to say it all, but I would say that it's kind of a network that we formed. That we came with that idea. I think it's from over 5 years now.
I had the chance to catch up with the band leader after an electrifying show at the Plus 233 Jazz Bar.
The journey has been amazing.
Is it difficult to perform people's songs?
Oh, I don't think it's difficult.
What's the process? Take me through the process.
Or to perform other people's songs, I don't think it's difficult. It's all about rehearsing, getting all the rudiments in the music right, and getting ourselves together and playing as a band and as a team. And
Do you have any challenges as a band?
Oh, we don't have any challenge as a band. We are very united and very happy. We love what we are doing and we love to see each other every time.
How is working with Kofi Kinata like?
Kofi Kinata is, I would say, he's not like a band and an artist. He's like a brother, a friend, everything to us. And working with him is amazing. It's amazing. Like he's someone who shows you love. Like he makes you know that yes, you are part of him. He doesn't act like he's an artist and you are just a band. He sees you off or whatsoever. No, he relates with you like a brother. So if we don't tell you that he's not a family member, you might think we are from the same mother and father.
It's clear that Team Move Band is on a mission to share their passion for high life music with the rest of the world. With their talent, dedication, and infectious energy, they are poised for greatness. All they need is our support to continue spreading the joy of music. Now, Brace, before we go, the lady with the red balloon is a new Ghanaian movie premiere. This weekend, you should watch The Lady with the Red Balloon. But remember to brush your teeth before you go to bed this evening. And tomorrow morning, when you wake up from bed with either Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, Pepsodent Charcoal, Pepsodent Herbal, Pepsodent Triple Protection, because with Pepsodent, every smile matters. We're grateful for your time this evening. We'll come back tomorrow for, to do this all over again. Please log on to myjohnline.com. That's where you find all the news. Emma Davis is up next with Prime Business. We're grateful.